I've been a management and technology consultant now for a little over 20 years, and there's a lot to like about consulting. That's what I want to talk about here today. My name is Eric Kimberling. I'm the CEO of Third Stage Consulting. We're an independent consulting firm that helps clients throughout the world with their digital transformation journeys. And I first started my career as a consultant in the late 1990s, and I've learned to love my career in consulting. So what I wanted to do today is talk about what I love about consulting, as well as some of the things that you may not like about consulting. So be sure to stay tuned to the end of the video where I'll talk about some of the dark sides of consulting that you should be aware of as well. But today I want to focus primarily on the 5 things that I love most about being a consultant. One of my favorite things about being a consultant is the fact that you're constantly learning. Whether you're a technology consultant, constantly learning about new technologies, whether you're a management consultant, learning about different functions and business processes or strategies within different industries or different organizations, chances are you're going to learn a lot as a business or technology consultant. So that's probably the thing that I love most, is the fact that you're constantly learning. And quite frankly, it's really hard to get bored as a consultant because you're constantly being challenged, you're constantly being exposed to new organizations, business models, and people. So if you like that constant learning and you like pushing yourself to learn new things, management or technology consulting can be a great career for you. Just as you're constantly learning a lot in the consulting world, you're also exposed to a variety of work. So whether you're exposed to a variety of different organizations or exposed to a variety of different technologies, different business functions and processes within an organization, or some combination of all the above, you're constantly being exposed to a variety of work. The good news with this is if you're ever on a project where you get bored or you don't particularly like it, you're not locked into that project forever. You're going to move on to another project that will probably teach you something different and give you some additional variety. So this unpredictability and this ability to constantly be exposed to new concepts, new people, new organizations, new business models, that's something that can be very exciting within the world of consulting. Just as there is a constant variety of work in the world of consulting, there's also a lot of challenging work within consulting. In fact, it's one of the more challenging careers, I think, that you can embark on. And the reason it's challenging is because you're being hired as a consultant to solve a complex problem that an organization isn't able to solve on their own. So you figure if some of these large organizations aren't able to solve a problem on their own, you really have to be operating at a high level of performance and a high degree of capability to be able to do it. But along with that comes challenge, which can be mostly a good thing in that you're never going to get bored with those challenges, but it can create a lot of stress as well. So that's an important dark side to recognize in that. But if you like challenges, you like to constantly learn and take on new challenges, then management or business consulting or technology consulting can be a great fit for you. One of the things that I loved most, especially early in my career in consulting, is working with really smart people. You get exposed to people that have seen a lot of different situations. They come from diverse backgrounds, and a lot of them have impressive pedigrees as well. So if you like working with people that are intelligent and smart and that you can learn from, consulting can be a great career choice as well. Finally, one of the things I love most about consulting is the fact that you get to travel and experience new places and new people and new organizations. So in most consulting organizations, you get to travel to new cities, sometimes even new countries, to experience different cultures and different types of people, which can be a lot of fun, especially if you're just starting your career, or if, like me, you never really traveled much before you started a career in consulting. And so if you enjoy travel, you enjoy new situations, new places, new lessons, all that stuff, consulting can be a great fit for you. Now, I've shared several of the things that I like the most about consulting, but I also want to share a few things that you may not like about consulting, or things that I've seen peers struggle with throughout my career. It's not a typical 40-hour work week. Instead, you're oftentimes working 50, 60, or maybe even more hours in a week. So keep in mind that as a consultant, the way you're oftentimes measured and the way you generate revenue for your organization is to bill hours. And by billing more hours, you're generating more revenue for an organization. So that can be a good thing in some ways, but if you don't like to work a lot of hours, or if you prefer a more steady, stable 9-to-5, 40-hour-a-week sort of job, consulting may not be the best fit for you. Another challenge within consulting that you may not like is the fact that clients more often than not are demanding. I mentioned earlier in this discussion that clients are usually hiring consultants because they can't do the job themselves. They don't have the capabilities to do it, or they're entering into very stressful situations like a big business or digital transformation, for example, and they need outside help to help them through that. So along with that excitement comes a certain amount of stress. And oftentimes the client is stressed out, they're under a lot of pressure, and that gets transitioned over to you as a consultant. So that's something that you need to be prepared for if you do become a consultant. And then finally, if you don't like constant change, if you're a creature of habit, you like stability and predictability, consulting is probably not the best job for you. Consulting a lot of times is really hard to predict. You don't know what your next project is going to be. You oftentimes don't know what city you're going to be in. You don't know if you're going to have to travel. You don't know what the personalities are going to be like. You don't know what type of work you're going to be doing at that particular client before you start. So there's just a lot of unpredictability and change that goes along with consulting. I mentioned before in this video how you can learn a lot, and there's a variety of work, which can be a good thing, but that degree of change can be stressful for a lot of people. And then finally, if you don't like to travel, if you like to be at home and you're a homebody and you don't like to really explore outside of your comfort zone, then consulting may not be the best fit as well. So I hope this has given you some things to think about. And if you are interested in pursuing a career in consulting, I encourage you to submit your resume or application to our company, which is constantly hiring new consultants. You can submit a resume to work at thirdstage-consulting.com, and we're always looking for new consultants in our offices throughout the world. So I hope you found this information useful and hope you have a great day.